start on this map, and then where did it kind of go and grow from there?
Okay, so this fire started over here, right in this area, and you're looking at, near the powerhouse and near Cascade Locks and things like that. The fire in that first evening kind of pushed into here, and these were some of the evacuated communities in Cascade Locks here. This is Cascade Locks proper, right in here, this little white area. The fire was in this draw here, and that was where we started to see the fire boil up when the winds started to kick up in the afternoon. And then from there, that fire kind of stayed there. It jumped, a ridge or two here, and was sitting over in here and over in here a little bit. We had some spots. And then overnight, as the winds kicked up right around midnight or so, that fire really started to move, and that's when we saw those big movements. And the fire jumped right about here on Archer Mountain. And we were seeing, in the fire plume, we were seeing branches lifted up. So, you can imagine how far some of those embers and the pine cones and things like that from some of these trees were going. And so then it pushed all the way down there, and you can see it's near Rooster Rock now, and it's burning further down there. So.
How did it move so far so fast?
The wind pushed that fire, that east wind pushed that fire, and it got it going. And like those ember showers, I cannot over exaggerate how much those ember showers really make a difference. That fire lifts that plume up into the air, and then those embers just come down. And we can dig all the line we want, but those embers go up, 100 feet in the air, and then they blow somewhere else and come down again. So it was moving along the ridges and then backing down into some of the draws along here. So, and that's where it got into. That's exactly what it did at Multnomah Falls and around the lodge there. It kind of backed down into those firefighters there that were working, and they were able to save the lodge through a lot of work and to be honest with you, a lot of guts. But it's going to be like that as long as these winds are here. Our firefighters are going to have to just, do everything they can every minute. And I think the Forest Service and the ODF described it as a 24-hour firefight, and that's the truth. Those crews are out there, and they're just fighting for 24 hours. We put our day crews to bed and then got them right back up because this fire blew up. So it's a matter of keeping those crews working hard.
So show me Saturday, the fire was just near Eagle Rock. Where did it move Sunday, and then Monday, and then where we are today?
So the fire was, over in here Saturday, and it kind of moved. It did its big push Sunday, and then into Sunday evening, and coming into Monday, it just really, boom, it did that big push. But I'd say, from Sunday afternoon, it was probably right in here, and then the rest of this is all, Sunday evening. We had a little lull in the winds at one point Sunday night, but then it just pushed hard after that.
You expect those winds tonight?
No, I think we may get a shift in the winds, and it may go back the other way, so which presents its own problems, as you can imagine. It could cause some of the fire to back into itself, but it could also push it back in a direction that we don't want it to go.
Another risk of it floating across the Columbia?
That's always a concern, but it's a concern that those embers are going to come down anywhere, that we don't want them to come down in anywhere but basically in water or back into the black, and by that I mean the burned area of the fire is not good.
You've been to a lot of wildfires. I've covered wildfires. Tim's covered wildfires. Have you ever seen a fire move this fast?
Yeah, this is definitely some unprecedented fire movement, and some of our partners with ODF who even see a lot more fire than I do, it's unprecedented for them too. This is just a fire to move this fast in this kind of terrain. You might see it in grasses, things like that, but to move this fast in trees is pretty unusual.
You think it's the winds or just the...
It's the winds, yeah, definitely the winds.